Hey everyone, and welcome back to some more esports talk. I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. Just a short little video for you. As I'm sure you heard in this last week, we had some news that YouTube is going to be removing the dislike button, or more so, the number count beside the dislike button from videos in the near future. We actually saw Philly D with this information saying, breaking, YouTube will be hiding dislikes on videos. The dislike button will still be there and creators will still be able to see how many people hit it, but the number will not be viewable to the public. Of course, a lot of people are responding to this with the general consensus being that they don't like this change coming up. We saw Marquez Brownlee saying, hey, YouTube removing info from the rating system is not helpful. Public like to dislike ratio is a useful tool to see how helpful a video will be at a glance. Hiding dislikes helps nothing, but increases the number of people dissatisfied by spending too much time watching an unhelpful video. As well as someone like Ordinary Gamer saying, woo, no negative criticism is all we need, of course being sarcastic. Those two not being the only ones weighing in, of course, we also saw Asmon as well as xQc take to stream in order to share their own opinions on the situation.
The YouTube dislike, this is like my abridged opinion, is that the YouTube dislike system, them removing dislikes, is just, it gives, it makes it more friendly towards corporations pushing propaganda and not being able to be criticized for it by the audience. That's all it is. It just makes the website more friendly towards corporate propaganda.
Groups of viewers are targeting a video's dislike button to drive up the count, turning it into something like a game with a visible scoreboard. And it's usually just because they don't like the creator or what they stand for. That's a big problem when half of YouTube...
That's not, if you stand for dog values and you're an asshat and you say bullshit, why should you be rewarded with public validation for it? You know what that's called? You know what it's called? It's called a ratio. It's
or what they stand for.
If your views are dumb, you're a dumbass. And what the discount says is you're a dumbass. And this person is now talking, and what he's saying, look, I could say like and say, hey man, we approve this, but instead I give him the dumbass button, and now it's a dumbass.
I think they each have their own interesting points. Having Asmon say that this is better for propaganda, for corporate propaganda, is likely true because these big announcements or things that go wrong won't have a ton of dislikes on it. I mean, imagine Ray made a video to announce Reflect. It gets posted to YouTube. A ton of people dislike it. Now, those dislikes would not be visible, and so you cannot see that, oh, 10,000 people already disliked this in the first 5 minutes. Why is that? People are still going to watch it no matter how bad it is now because they don't see that the overwhelming majority is making it or signaling that it is a bad video worth a dislike, right? And so then on xQc side, he's saying, well, these people who have bad takes, who say crappy things and put crappy things out on the internet, they deserve to have that dislike ratio so people know not to watch it. I think they both have their interesting points. Me personally, of course, we make YouTube videos here, and so I have an opinion on it, and I don't know how much it's going to affect us. We as creators can still see what is actually behind that number. We still see and get the number and how many dislikes there are, but functionally, I'm not sure how much it will affect the audience who's watching. They can still dislike it. Maybe there's not as many people who are just going to jump on the train of disliking a video. I'm not really sure, so we'll have to see how this really goes into effect and if it does affect things in the long run. But let me know what you guys think about this. YouTube removing the dislike button. I'll catch you later.